So if you're using any DAW except Pro Tools, using Melodyne tends to look like this. You load the Melodyne plugin before any of your other effects, you hit the transfer button, you hit play, and you wait. My God, this is so slow. I don't have time. Most of the time, especially in a lot of modern production, if you're working with vocals at all, you have plenty of layers. Maybe you have doubles of 6 different harmonies, and you have to make sure they're all in tune for them to sound good. That makes this really, really annoying and slow. Plus, using the plugin version of Melodyne means that once you've transferred that audio, you can't edit the clips. You won't hear what's underneath what you've transferred. So you lose all the flexibility that clip editing has in every DAW. I'm going to show you how Ableton Live and Logic Pro give you options to edit using Melodyne at the file level. So no more plugin, no more waiting around. This is the best way to use Melodyne. This takes a little bit of setup, but you only have to do it once. Once this is set, the workflow will be really quick and it'll be the same every time. First thing you want to do, open your settings, Command, comma. You're going to go to File and Folder, and next to Sample Editor, click on Browse. This brings you to your Applications folder. It's asking you to choose an application. Choose Melodyne. It's in the Melodyne folder, just like that, and open. So now it'll say below Sample Editor, melodyne.app, and that's all the setup you need to do. So now that that's all set up, this is what the workflow will look like. So once you're ready to Melodyne, first, make a backup of this vocal. Make a new playlist, Shift Option T, just copy paste, and now select this top vocal and hit Command J. What I just did is I made a new file separate from the original. This is a brand new audio file Ableton just made. The idea is that I'm not gonna edit the original vocal. I kept it just in case so that you have a backup. So now when you double click on this and you see your clip view, go down to Edit. Now, Melodyne has opened up this new file we just made, and you can edit exactly the same as in the plugin. Just, you're in standalone right now.
Now all I regret is how much I've given up.
So I'll do my edits real quick. Alright, I didn't really have to do much. Abby's amazing.
Now all I regret is how much I've given up.
Now that I'm done, I'm going to go up to File, and I'm going to hit Replace Audio. Don't hit Save, don't hit Save As, Replace Audio. What this does is exactly what it says. It replaces the original audio file that we've edited. So now, that means when we close Melodyne, and you click Bring Back Ableton, it reads the edits you just made, and it plays them back for you.
Now all I regret is how much I've given up.
And there you go. That's all it is. I'll explain the backup thing in more detail a little bit later, but the important part here is we're still working with clips. We're not in the Melodyne plugin, and we have so much more flexibility now. All the things you love to do with audio clips, you are free to do because all the edits are baked into the file. You don't have to question what'll happen if you mute this or turn it down or whatever. You're working with clips exactly as you normally would. Next, I'm going to switch over to Logic, show how to do it there. Alright, here's how we're going to set this up in Logic now. Go to your settings, Command, comma, go to Audio, File Editor, and go down here to Choose. This is going to open your Applications folder, just like in Ableton, and choose Melodyne 5 from inside the folder here. So it'll show right there, Applications, Melodyne.app, and now that's set up. You won't ever have to do that again. So here's what the workflow looks like. I've got my vocal here.
Now all I regret is how much I've given up.
So first, with the track selected, hit Control-Option-Command-D. This makes a duplicate of your current track contents in the track alternative, so that's hidden away for you. So now you're going to select the region that you want to Melodyne and hit Option-Command-F. And then enter again with this. What you just did is a key command called Create New File from Region. That just means that this is now a new audio file independent of the original. So you've essentially backed up the original. Now, with it selected, hit Shift W. So just like I showed you in Ableton, this opens up the vocal in Melodyne and it's reading the file directly, so you didn't have to transfer. You didn't have to click the thing and sit around. It's just there. Now I'm going to make my edits. All right, here's what my edits sound like.
Now all I regret is how much I've given up.
And now that I'm finished, I'm going to go to File and hit Replace Audio. Not Save, not Save As. Those will make a new Melodyne session when you just want it to replace the original audio. When you close Melodyne, Logic will blip, and now the region will reflect all the changes you've just made.
Now all I regret is how much I've given up.
And there you go. So you can do all the edits you want, all the clip gain, all the splitting and moving and nudging. So you don't have to worry about whether or not your changes are actually going to be heard or which part is transferred and which isn't. It's just there in the file, and you can continue with business as usual. So those of you who use iZotope RX will also be pleased to know that you can use this exact same method to use RX as an external audio editor. So that means you can do all of your noise removal, plosive removal, mouth declick, all that good stuff you can use without having to deal with the crazy latency on those plugins. You can use this, open up RX, and you have the most flexible interface you could possibly ask for removing noise and editing your audio. So real quick, I'm going to talk about the dangers of working this way recklessly, because editing the file that you've recorded is what's called a destructive edit. Once you hit Replace Audio, you've overwritten the source. So it's really important that you make a backup if you want any access to the original vocal later on. Save a backup in a way that creates a new file, like the ways I just showed you in Ableton with Command J, or in Logic with Option Command F. That's the one thing to be aware of working this way. So that's all for this video. I just wanted to share how I use Melodyne because I don't see many people using it this way, and I just think it's so much better, and anybody can do it. If you learned anything in this video, please do me a favor and hit the like button. Subscribe, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these, and leave a comment if there's anything else you want me to talk about. I'll see you next time. Peace.